Eagle's Christmas Wish.
In association with Specsavers, where seeing is believing.
Right, today is a letter from Farnborough. Comes from Karen, saying, my husband Scott, Charles's dad, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in July last year, and he passed away December the 28th, aged 49. Charles was 9. Whilst his daddy was undergoing treatment to prolong his life, every morning Charles would run downstairs to check to see if daddy was alive. It became a joke between them. Through all the treatment, the illness from chemo, watching his daddy go from an outstanding detective with the Met to a frail man, Charles kept smiling, going to school, not complaining about not being able to go out, daddy being very snappy, listening to talk of daddy not being here, daddy dying. He didn't complain once. Every day he would bring joy to Scott. It was the worst time. Over Christmas, we stayed at the hospice for a week. I think you'll agree, not the best place to spend Christmas. The whole time in the hospice, he was good. A year later, it breaks my heart to think what he went through and what he's going through now. He lost his daddy. They were so close. His daddy used to bake at the weekends. Guess what? We had some fantastic brownies this weekend. He's aiming to get on the Great British Bake Off Juniors. I can't tell you how brave this boy has been. He's also been my rock. I couldn't have coped without him. He's made me the proudest mum alive. He knows he's not the only one this has happened to, and that there are people going through worse than him. However, frequently he asks why. His words are, why, mummy? Christmas was his daddy's favourite time of year, so this year is going to be very tough. Scott's ashes haven't yet been collected, and Charles asked me if I can collect them so that daddy can have one last Christmas at home before we sprinkle them. It broke my heart. So that's why. He's my baby. It's just me and him, and he deserves the world. Thank you for reading this, says Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Good morning. And listen, thank you so much for writing in and telling us about Charles and obviously the big pain that you must be feeling at this time of year. It's just, we can't really imagine it at all here. So we're just going to take it as read that, I mean, what you've just said is amazing. And Charles sounds like an amazing little boy.
He's just so brave. And I just think throughout the whole thing, he was just immense.
Tell us about the kind of thing that he's interested in then, Karen. What is he passionate about? What are his interests?
Cars, and Marvel.
Oh, he likes Marvel, does he?
You mentioned baking as well.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah, sorry, the baking. Yeah, he is so good at the baking. He just gets up most weekends and try and whip up a sponge or something, or cornflake cakes or brownies. The brownies were Scott's favourite, so he keeps on trying to make the brownies like Daddy made.
Well, listen, Karen, thank you for being so brave and writing to us about all of this and about
Thank
Scott
you.
and also about Charles. And we're going to hopefully speak to you again after 8 o'clock this morning when you'll then hand the phone to Charles. Is that right?
Yes, that's
lovely.
it. Yes,
all right.
Actually, yeah.
Thank you very much, Karen. It's lovely to talk to you. So, we are now going to speak to a gentleman called John Price on behalf of the very well-known Santa Pod Raceway. Hello, John.
When you were talking about your wish recipient, Charles likes cars, what a place to go.
Yeah, wow.
And so at Santa Pod, the team got together and thought, let's offer him a VIP trip to Santa Pod. Well, this is going to be the middle day of the Festival of Power 2019. It's the Easter meeting, basically, is what it is. It's the Saturday, and Charles will get a VIP trip to Santa Pod. He'll get VIP hospitality, which I know is very, very good. And you'll also get the best seat in the house because you'll be looking out onto the track and see all of the action. But it doesn't just stop there. There may be a chance for him to go down onto the start line when they're actually firing one of these things up and getting it moving along the quarter mile to assist with its launch. It's going to be a spectacular day for him.
We always know that our friends at the Guildford Flames like to get involved in the Christmas Wish. Guildford Flames, of course, are the big ice hockey team in this area. And we're going to talk now to Kirk Humphreys from the Guildford Flames. Morning, Kirk.
Good morning, PG.
How are you, sir? You all right?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much. Good to talk to you. And as I was saying, I know that you chaps, you have a little listen along to what we do with Christmas Wish, and I know that you like to pop up and you're so generous and getting involved. So, Kirk, I know you wanted to do something for Charles today.
Absolutely. What we'd like to do is we'll invite Charles and his mum to a game here with the Flames, and they will also present the man of the match, so they'll meet a player.
Great.
And we also know of his love for baking.
Yeah.
So we'll be sending them on a bakery course for the day, where their tutor will guide them through recipes to create a perfect set of traditional bakes. They'll make a Victoria sponge, lemon drizzle Madeira loaf, and a chocolate Swiss roll.
Wow.
That's lovely. And a great thing for them to do together as well,
That's
Karen
lovely.
and Charles. Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds like a fun activity.
That's great, Kirk. Thank you so much. And the Flames game itself will be so exciting because I think he likes sort of speedy things because we know he likes the cars and stuff. I suspect some speedy ice hockey players are going to be pretty impressive for him as well. So thank you for that.
Yeah, they're pretty fast. Not as fast as the cars, but we're pretty fast out
They
there as
are
well.
pretty fast. They are still pretty fast, though, Kirk. I've got to say.
Hello, Mummy phone speaking. Charles here.
Oh, hello, Charles.
Hello.
This is PG and Bev and Matt at Eagle Radio here.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm very
excellent.
good, actually. How are you?
Yeah, well, I'm very well. Thank you very much indeed. Now, did you know we were going to be phoning, Charles?
No.
Right. Okay. Well, we're phoning for a particular reason because we're not phoning to speak to your mum. We're phoning to speak to you.
You see, Mummy's been in touch with us to tell us how brave you've been the past year, and we know it's been a really difficult time for you, but Mummy has said that you have just coped amazing. You've been so brave, Charles, and just such a rock and such a great support to Mummy, never complaining, you haven't moaned, and you've just been a really fantastic boy.
So, because Mummy told us about you, Charles, we thought that we'd get a few things sorted out this end that might be something that you can look forward to in 2019. Now, yeah, I know. Now, we've heard that you're quite good at baking. Is that right?
Yep.
We've heard about this baking thing you've got. And what's happened is that our friends at the Guildford Flames, now they're an ice hockey team, the Guildford Flames, I don't know if you know that, but they are, and they have sorted out for you and your mum, Karen, to go on a day's baking masterclass course in Woking in March.
That's my mum.
So, so you're going to do a little bit of baking together.
And they also, the Flames, have invited you to a game and to for you to go and present the man of the match as well.
I understand you quite like cars.
Yes.
That's good. I'm pleased you said yes. The guys at Santa Pod Raceway have been in touch today. We had a chat with them, and they're going to give you a VIP trip to Santa Pod. Now, you're going to be going on a ride in one of the big monster trucks. Big monster trucks. The Red Dragon monster. You're going to be in that. And also, you're going to have a chance to stand on the start line of the track where you can help launch a 300-mile-an-hour top fuel dragster. That is the fastest accelerating land-based machine in the world.
In the world. In the world.
In the world,
Yeah.
In the world.
That's it. So that is going to be what's happening for you at Easter time as well. Now, how does that sound?
Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas. And how much horsepower is on it?
Charles, you're an absolute flipping star. You are, pal. Listen, happy Christmas to you, and listen, well done for being such a huge rock to your mum, because she is the most important thing as well. So, the two of you, here's something there for you in 2019. And Karen, once again, thank you for getting in touch with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Take care of
Thank you.
yourselves. Take care.
Got me making me cry.